Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Adobe. I am a medical virtual assistant and a registered nurse. And today I will be taking you on the step-by-step guidelines on how to navigate an EHR and how to input a patient biodata and also how to navigate the interface and also how to book an appointment. Okay, so as you can see, these are demo patients. There are no real patients, there are no real patient informations or real patient data. Okay, so let's dive right into it. For today, I'm gonna be using a patient demo or model named Ada the VA. Please bear in mind that I have already worked on this, so we are just going to be changing some things in there just for clarity purposes and to show you how to collect a patient data and to impute it, which is data entry. Okay, so we're currently in the interface of a patient's file, patient's data, the patient history, and we're going to go ahead to edit this. So I'm still going to leave the name. I'm still going to use or I change it to Adobe. Okay, so I have changed the age of the patient and also the blood group from A to AB. She's obviously a female and she's also diverse, and I want to change, as you can see, her primary care physician is Dr. Adadevie. The physician in charge is Alade, and she was being referred by Alade and also registered by Dr. Anderson. So you can see all that. So we are gonna go ahead and give her a profession. She is a hairstylist. Okay, so we are doing all this assuming that we are on an active call with this patient and we are taking in her history and taking in her data, okay, and imputing it. So we are currently talking to this patient. Okay, so and she says she's a hairstylist, so you just go in there and type it in. Then we go over to her email. Okay, so that's what we get for the email. You can see our location and country has changed too, and you can see everything about this patient from her personal history to next of kin, insurance, past appointments, past medication, and and so on. So you can see her personal history here. You can just go over it, just read it if you want. So this is basically the patient personal history. So you can also see past appointments, past prescriptions, past vaccines, past invoices, and past admissions. She hasn't had an admission or she hasn't been admitted before. So we're gonna go over to next of kin. First of all, her ethnic group, we changed that. I'm gonna put as a Black American woman, and then what again? The patient said her dad is 65 years old and he is deceased. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's that for that. We're gonna move on to the next section, which is insurance. So depending, some patients pay out of pocket, they pay with insurance and all that. So she's gonna be paying for her appointments and everything with insurance. So we're gonna go for the Humana insurance. Okay, so we have choose a method of payment. Then we are going to press appointments. You can see her appointment, but scheduled appointments, completed appointments, and canceled appointments. You can basically see all that. So later on, we are going to go ahead to create an appointment. Okay, I'm going to show you how to create an appointment in an EMR system. So we go over to her medications. You can see what the drugs or medication she is currently on, the one she has taken, and how long it lasted. And we are going over to the past examinations. Here you can see the examinations she has done, those that have been completed, and you can see an invoice that has been raised for that. So invoices come in most especially when it comes to billing, which we are going to discuss, or I'm going to show you how to do that in another video. So we are going over to socioeconomics. You just like to navigate and see what this is all about. So you can see it's more like it's talking about his status in the society. Is she in upper class, lower class, middle class, and if she went to the university or ended in high school, or yeah. So this is basically what we have here. So what are we gonna choose? This is just for earlier on I wrote in that she was a hairstylist. We're gonna try to look for a hairstylist here and create one. Okay, we are gonna do that. Okay, it didn't come out, so we're just going to go ahead and choose one occupation. I'll just say she's unemployed. Okay, let's assume we're assuming our patient is unemployed. So she also said so this is her family relationship status. So we have her most gonna be moderately, not very much, not less. So we're gonna change the other family issues like the teenage pregnancy. We are gonna get rid of that. We're assuming that didn't happen, and she has a relative in prison. That's what she said. So we are done with the socioeconomic status. We are going to medical certificates. You can see in gynecology, you can also see this. And here we have menarche age. I'm just going to go ahead and put in 9. Menarche age it simply means the age where she experienced her first menstrual flow. Okay, so we're just gonna change the date. We're assuming that she's telling us what to put in. So this is basically how you enter a patient data, patient history, patient information. So now we're going to past procedures. There's nothing there. Past surgeries. So you can see the surgeries that she has had over the past years. You can see the time, you can see the years, 2024, 2025. One was urgent, one was optional, and the other one was required. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead to lifestyle. So let's see what kind of lifestyle she has. Okay, I'm just gonna change the minutes she does her exercise from 60 to 30 minutes a day. And her hours of sleep, I'm just gonna put 6 hours. She said so, remember. And then okay, just go ahead and put that in. We're gonna put 4 cups a day. She doesn't take salt, so we are gonna assume that she's on a keto diet, yeah, instead of OMAD. So she eats 2 times a day. So we go over to lifestyle information. We're gonna change that to she smokes. Okay, she says she smokes. She does. And we're gonna put she started at the age of 17, and she takes 3 cigarettes a day. And also I think she quitted 25 years. And okay, so this is how you take in patient data. We are still assuming we are on a call with her. We're still in a call with her, okay? And we are asking her these questions and getting the data and imputing it. So it's called data entry in an EMR system, okay? Or software, yeah. Or EHR, it all depends on the one you are going to be using as a medical virtual assistant. So those are all vacant. So we're going to I want to change the name again. Let it just be the first name that has already been registered in the system, okay? So let's go ahead and change that. All right, I made a mistake. All right, I'm gonna make the D smaller. All right, there you go. So we are done taking patient history and biodata. So we're gonna go ahead and share this record with our patient. So you click on share with patient. So we are just gonna wait for it to open up. All right, so you go ahead and input the email address of your patient. You want this to go directly into her mailbox, okay? So you put in her email address. We are gonna assume that this is her email address, okay? Then after that, we include an optional personal message. Probably we're just gonna tell her that please ignore that. I'm gonna put appointment scheduling, okay? But you all know that this is a record. This is her file. It's a record of her history. This is her PHI, which is the patient health information, okay? So this is just for simulation's sake, an example. All right, so after that, okay, so what we're gonna do next is, so that is it. This is the message she's going to get when we eventually send it out. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna change the setting. She doesn't have to edit, just send it to view, and yeah, you share. This goes directly into your patient's mailbox, okay? So now we are going to create an appointment. We're going to schedule an appointment. So you can see this is how the calendar looks. You can see it. You can leave it to appear monthly. You can leave it to appear weekly, daily. You can see the appointments that have been scheduled for the month. So we're gonna go ahead and choose one day and schedule an appointment. So when putting in a patient name, if the patient is already registered, you can see it just came up, but if it is not registered, you'll have to create one, okay? So we're going to go ahead and book a video call, since the appointment is going to be a virtual one. And obviously our patient is an outpatient, not an ambulatory patient or an inpatient. So we'll just a health center, just put in the name of the health center, okay? And there is no need for word. So what we're gonna do, duration, since it's a minute, we'll make it 60 minutes, which is equivalent to an hour. And what is it? Is it urgent? It's urgent, right? So we are assuming that it is urgent. Okay. So you can see we have to choose another date when the doctor is gonna be available, and then we share this with the patient. You can see an already drafted message including the video link, and everything is already prepared. You just have to click the send button and your doctor and the patient gets the information, okay? Gets the updates on the time, the date, and the venue of the meeting. So you just go ahead and click send. You have successfully scheduled an appointment, okay? So this is basically how to navigate an EHR system, but there are different types of EHR systems, okay? And they might have, some might be a bit complicated than this. I believe with time you will get used to whichever EMR or EHR system you're making use of, or software you're making use of. So you can see our scheduled appointment here on the 18th of February. You can see the time. So that is it. That is basically what you do, okay? We have done that. We're just going to navigate the whole system to see what this is all about, okay? So you can see the patient prescriptions, okay? And these are the evaluations for her examinations, okay? What do we have here again? So this is basically what an EMR system is. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel.